Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. Red racket in your hand.
Yep, Dunlop
CX
200 LS.
CX 200 LS, one of my favorite rackets from the last generation. Stay tuned. Hey guys, do you need help organizing your tennis life? Well, think Geau. We got the Axiom line here, the 9-pack duffel, my favorite bag, the 9-pack Axiom 2.0. They even make a 12-pack if you're going on tour. And my favorite backpack of all time. I love that bag. So if you want to organize your tennis life, think Geau. All right, guys, CX 200 LS, 16-19 pattern, 27 inches long, 98 square inches, 27 inches long, 21.5 constant beam, 10.7 with the strings in, 309 on the swing weight. Here's the interesting part, 3 points headlight strung. So you're going to get a control-ish, power-ish, lighter-ish racket. This would be one of those rackets that I would take in the past, let it all up, and it would be it would be my Frankenstein. Because I like the stiffness, I like the balance, and I like the beam. So, but it's just on the light side, but I like everything else about it. It's got the Sonicor Infinigrade. It's got a new mold. So super excited to try it. Do you remember this racket from before? The LS?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we tried it a couple years ago, and it was and this was one of my favorites from the last generation. But let's go hit it again. All right, so, man, it's really cold out there. I have to put everything back on. What'd you think, Coach? You hit really well with it.
Really? I felt like I had to really give it a ride.
Really?
I had to take a swing at it to get the power, to get the depth. I don't know. Maybe it was just me.
Oh, it could be the poly. You're not used to poly strings. Yep.
It was a couple shots went short. Once I kind of got a few shots in me and I really kind of barreled it up, so to speak, or caught on the sweet spot, the ball jumped. It played a little nicer, but the first few were a little...
yeah. No,
they were like...
It takes you maybe three, 4 shots for you.
Yeah.
And I think you're like, okay, I'm gauged.
Now I got it.
Yes.
Right.
So I understand. Like I felt like after those 3, 4 balls, the ball like came with a bit more speed, a good amount of more spin, which means you were like...
I had to hit it.
Yeah, you were hitting it.
Make a fuller swing at it and really make sure I finished my swing to get the ball the depth over the net, the height that we wanted.
Yep.
So it lands so you could hit it back.
So I actually had the opposite experience. Maybe I'm used to something else, but it felt stiffer to me. This is actually not a powerful racket. Yeah, it's only about a 63 on the stiffness rating, but I felt like I had plenty of power with this. I think I sent it up in the air the first couple times, and it took off on me. And then as I lowered it back down, I felt, definitely the power kind of sink in. But it's a strange kind of power. I know what you're saying, though. It's a controlled stiffness that it has. It kind of bends back to just where you want it, and then just releases. So does that make sense?
I follow you.
So you hit it and it's like, bye. You know, so it's not going to overbend, but it's not going to underbend. It's going to make it so that as soon as you want it to leave, the ball wants to leave the racket, you want the ball to leave the racket, it goes. And that's where it is. That's where you want it. You're going to impart spin on it. You're going to hit through the ball at the same time. So that's why I like it. And the 98 is a good size head. The beam is thinner. And, you know, it's just really well built, I want to say. And Dunlop has actually done a really good line with this CX, this whole CX line. Because you and I have played with a few. Coach Chris and I have played with a few. And we've only had great things to say about it. So if this is one of those forgotten rackets, guys, if you know this racket, if you've demoed this racket, I actually sell a good amount of these to people who actually try it. If you're looking for that lighter control racket, this is it. Okay? Coach Rob, who would you have play with this? Maybe with a little NXT, it'd work better.
Maybe for me. You know, somebody kind of making that transition from a 26 to full length that, you know, is looking for something that is light, has a little bit of pop to it, but you still have to generate it where you're still working on your stroke and you're trying to develop a full swing because you need a full swing to create your shot with this. Yep. At least the way it felt to me.
No, I totally agree. It's not gonna be underpowered. It's not gonna be overpowered. Right. It's gonna be just right for somebody who's looking to develop a fuller stroke and maybe get into the next level of their game. Just in terms of, you know, not spoiling you.
Right. Yeah. Intermediate, you know, maybe 12-year-old intermediate.
Yep. So guys, test it out, okay? Dunlop CX 200 LS. Coach Rob, thank you so much for testing it out with me. Again, maybe we can test out another one in a few years too.
There we go.
Guys, thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.